Good morning students. Today we are going to discuss about a recent report that had been submitted by the Task Force on National Infrastructure Pipeline to the Finance Minister on 29th of April. Looking at this news, the first question that should come to your mind is that what is National Infrastructure Pipeline? So friends, remember that it is the duty of the government to provide a good infrastructure so that in a country the growth is sustained, the development is inclusive and there is a better quality of life for the people. Similarly, India has envisaged this mega infrastructural developmental project which is first of its kind and an all government exercise so as to provide good infrastructure to this country which will improve the quality of life of the people. Under this, not only economic infrastructure, that is roadways, railways or energy sector, but also the social infrastructure will be developed. That means schools for education will be developed and hospitals for healthcare will be developed. So the aim of this national infrastructure pipeline is very simple. It is to expedite the process of infrastructural development in this country. It is to attract better investment in this country and that too in the infrastructural field. And thirdly and most importantly, it will help us to achieve the most critical goal that we are having for us, and that is attaining a $5 trillion economy by 2025. Now the next question is that how this is going to be achieved. So in order to create a national infrastructural pipeline projects list, there is a collective approach that is taken up under which an aggregation of information is done on the best effort basis by all the stakeholders like line ministries, departments, state governments, private players across all the infrastructural subsectors, and then a harmonized master list of infrastructure is created. Then we take up a bottom-up approach under this whole process in which all the projects, whether greenfield, brownfield, whether it is conceptualized, whether it is under implementation, and it should be above 100 crore. All these projects are captured under this national infrastructure pipeline. So the next question that should come to your mind is that why there is a requirement of such national infrastructure pipeline. So friends, reports estimate that India requires almost at a tune of 4.5 trillion by 2030 for developing an infrastructure that will sustain its growth. Moreover, it will be the responsibility of the country in order to create a growth that will be more inclusive and that will be more sustained. For that, this national infrastructure pipeline is going to be a very critical factor. Friends, once we are clear with that what is this national infrastructure pipeline and why it is created, now we will shift our focus to the recent report that has been submitted by the task force to the finance ministry. Remember friends, this is the final report that had been submitted and there were previous reports as well. So the first point to be noted here is that the projected total infrastructure investment which was there in the previous reports was rupees 102 lakh crore and which has been increased to rupees 111 lakh crore. This is a very important point to note. Then the sectors which will be benefiting the most from this infrastructural pipeline are first the energy sector which will be getting almost 24% of it, then the roadway sector which will be getting 17% out of it, then there is urban sector and then there is railways. Now there is a very critical question that for all this infrastructural development, from where the money will come from or from where the funding will come from. For that, the funding structure is that center will provide 39% of it, the states will provide almost similar amount, that is 40% of it, and the rest over 21% will be provided by the private sectors. This report also suggests certain ways and means of getting the funding for this national infrastructure pipeline. So the first suggestion that it provides is that of deepening of bond market and especially that of municipal bonds, because bond market is quite untapped in India as of now. The second suggestion it gives is the creation of developmental financial institutions or wholesale banks, because remember friends, in India as of now the infrastructural projects or infrastructural funding primarily depends on the retail banking system. This task force has also recommended for the creation of 3 different committees, the first of which will monitor the progress of national infrastructure pipeline projects and to eliminate any kind of delay. The second will be created as a steering committee in each of the ministry where the infrastructure developmental projects are being created so as to look into the following up of their implementations, and the third steering committee should be created in Department of Economic Affairs so as to look for alternate funding methods for this national infrastructure pipeline. Next, we need to understand that in order to give international visibility to this project, the government has hosted the database for national infrastructure pipeline on India Investment Grid. This is not only going to give confidence to the investors, which are foreign investors as well as domestic investors, but also bring about the transparency in the whole process. So these are the steps which are recommended by the task force for the development of this national infrastructure pipeline.